YouTube. This is Jerry Plasma, of course. And here I am going to do another mock review on Kezrax, the Toa of Death. Alright, well, to get started, the best thing about this guy, he has a total of two, I repeat, two, ni, deux, zwei, dos, two non-black pieces. See them? One, two. Two non-black pieces. Whoa. Everything else on this guy is pure pitch black. He's the darkest mock I have made so far, and he's just awesome. This guy's epic. Kezrax, Toa of Black. I'm not racist. Alright. So, to start with the set itself, weapon, of course. Credit for this weapon design goes to Moon Werewolf Air, but since she quit the biotube, forget that. And then, well, that's only for this bit though. There's also this, which I added myself. Moon used this design here on Polemarchus, her knight guy. And so I just thought it was awesome, so I used it on this guy. And my old Kahuri self-mock, who is in fact, well yeah, he's still one of my self-mocks. But his name was changed to Cylon, or Cylon, however you want to pronounce it. Moving along, let's take a look at the head. Well, nothing much to say. Green eyes, gray head, and Von Nebula mask. I mean, nothing special. I mean, I really wish they had a black version of that head. That way it could be just eyes. That would be so cool. Body? No, arm? Yeah, more black here. I got this Vaki Rorzak leg from, what do you call it? Thunder, Hero Factory said. I never got a Rorzak, pity. And got these two black things, and I basically did what I've seen Bio Rock Dude do with this kind of Inika foot, except I did it with this. I think I've also seen Kyler Nuva do it. Yep. So he's got this cool bulky armor there. Too bad, pity there's a space there. Moving up, basic shoulder design that everybody uses, except in pure black. Inika feet from black Inika feet from Explode. Guys, I only got 3 Hero Factory sets, okay? No, 4. Preston Stormer, Thunder, Explode, Von Nebula. I hated Von Nebula, that's why I made this guy. So yeah, left arm is exactly the same, only it's not holding a weapon. The weapon actually originally had these spike things coming out of the side, but they weren't all black, so I took those off. Legs, from Scrawl, these Inika feet, pure black all the way up. I got this bulky Toa Nuva, Toa Olda feet armor on a black Vaki leg. Awesome. Basic leg design. Yeah, the leg is overall pretty basic, but still, it's bulky. Well, sometimes I wish that I could have made this bulkier. If I could find those black Inika pieces, Inika leg plates that came with Explode, I might stick those on the back. Now, to get to the body, let me take off his cape. Alright. Well, he actually has basically the same design as Feyran, which is named Ro now. He's, there we go. Now you can see it. Pure black once again. He's got this Von Nebula foot. Well, Von Nebula Avak foot here. Really cool armor. I used the silver one on Ro, and another silver one on, oh, haha, look at the background. Silly camera. And I used another silver one on Basil. He's really bulky, that body. That body is really bulky there. I really like that bulky body. And then there's this back here. Baraka torso. Yeah. If you can figure out how to build this body, then good for you. No, really good for you. Awesome. That's pretty much everything on this guy as far as the set goes, except for cape. Putting the cape back on. So basically this guy's backstory, he's from my story on BZ Power called Reawakening. And he is the main antagonist. He's a Toa of Death. And, well, let me give you the synopsis of Reawakening. Reawakening takes place somewhere between 30 and 40 years in the future. I'm not sure which. Bionicle's been completely forgotten, but then a great spirit crashes into the Atlantic Ocean. And what do you know? An island forms on top of it that the inhabitants, the Matoran, call Kaile Nui. A boy named Axel, who I built a Toa form for, just be back in a second. A boy named Axel gets a, well, technology's advanced a lot, and people have created artificial bodies designed after the Matoran and Toa. And Axel, a young French-American boy, like me, gets a Matoran body, thanks to his father's company sponsoring it, and goes to the island. Now, it sounds like Avatar so far, but it's nothing like it. And there's a team of 12 that go to the island originally. There are 6 Toa. They're the adults, the parents of the Matoran, which there are 6 of. And they travel around the island, eventually getting Toa stones, which is really mind-blowing for the natives and for the humans. For humans to become Toa, that's just unbelievable. Well, they get all their Toa stones and meet a Toa of Shadow and a Matoran of Shadow, who are artificial like them. They're humans. And the Matoran become Toa. This is Toa Axel, Toa of Plants. He is my other self-MOC now. Second self-MOC, blue and green. I'm not gonna review him. I'll probably make an opening with him in it eventually. Not yet though. So yeah. So they travel to they turn into Toa, and by some strange scientific miracle, their human minds were split. One mind stayed inside their Toa bodies, the other stayed inside their human bodies. So basically they were existing in 2 places at once. So they find out that Metro Nui has been infested by purple and black entities. Sound familiar? And no, I wasn't pointing at the text down there. So yeah, it was invaded by purple and black entities, which caused Matanui, this Matanui, to go into a coma. And so these 6, and eventually 7, the Matoran of Shadow eventually becomes a Toa. So yeah, these 7 Toa go to Metro Nui, and they flush out the entities along with 6 other Toa, called the Toa Kaile. And so the Matoran can go back, but then Axel discovers that he is destined to wear the mask of life. So they all travel to Kardanui, and along the way, a lovely relationship sparks between Axel and Miera, Toa of water. They fall in love, despite the fact that they know that Axel's going to die eventually. Pity, isn't it? But regardless of death, they go through with it anyways. They love each other to bits. And so, they all make it to Cardanui, and Axel puts on the mask of life. And he dies. Maranui is revived, but then by a miracle, Miera's mask, which its power had never been discovered before, somehow brought him to life. He suddenly came back to life. And then the Ignika turns like a copper color, and nobody knows what it is. And then a mysterious group of Toa called the Dark Elements makes their appearance. Their leader is Kezrax, and he is a leader of an unknown amount of Toa that have custom-made elements. And Vaison eventually joins them. Yay! They have custom elements, like he's a Toa of death. They also have a Toa of dark matter, a Toa of ectoplasm, a Toa of nightmares, a Toa of blood, a Toa of mutation, and a Toa of viruses. It's just basically a battle between the good guys, which consist of basically all Toa and Matoran in the Matoran universe, except for the dark elements, and roughly half of the Makuta. No, a little less than half of the Makuta. That includes Destinax. Watch my other videos if you don't know who that is. And then he's the leader of the Dark Elements, who are a smaller group of Toa, but they basically can just make new ones of them. And some other Makuta, and also a certain number of Skakti and Vortex. And Stealth, Brute, whatever you call those races. That race. So yeah, and that's about as far as I've gotten in the story. So yeah. Anybody here a member of BZ Power, go to BZ Power and read friggin' Reawakening. It should be on the first page of the Epics theme, because I update it like 3-4 times a week. And yeah, there's a guy called William Furno, real creative name there by the way, and Andrew Nuva, who are like constantly posting, like every time I post a new chapter, there'll be one of those guys commenting on it. So yeah, thanks those guys. So yeah, read my friggin' epic. I might just put a link in down there. Okay, just check. And yeah, read my bleeping epic and review it. If you read it, you review it. Okay, that's how it works. You read, you review. That's how it works. Except that it's not how it works. People read it all the time, but never review. So I don't... Sorry, I'm ranting. Okay, well, anyways, this is about Kezrax. So yeah, I've said just about everything I need to say about Kezrax. Except that originally, he had some dark silver in his color scheme. Like, he had this big, huge dark silver shoulder pad here, and a bulky but smaller one there. His torso here was black. No, dark silver, and his legs were dark silver too. So, that's it. Alright, thanks for watching, guys. You're awesome. Well, you'll be even more awesome if you read and review Reawakening, so bye.